From the earliest days of childhood, we're taught to dream. Yet so often, the dreams we find ourselves chasing are not our own. They're the dreams of our parents, our teachers, our friends, or the world around us. The expectations of others become a silent force, shaping our decisions, guiding our steps, and sometimes leading us down paths that feel strangely unfamiliar. The pressure to conform, to fit in, to follow a well-trodden road, it's a weight we all carry at some point. But what happens when we dare to pause, to question, and to listen to the quiet voice within? There was once a young woman named Maya. From a young age, Maya's life was mapped out by those who loved her. Her parents, both doctors, dreamed of seeing their daughter follow in their footsteps. They imagined her in a white coat, saving lives, earning respect, and securing a comfortable future. For years, Maya dutifully followed this script, excelling in science, volunteering at hospitals, and telling herself this was her destiny. But in the quiet moments, when no one was watching, Maya found herself drawn to something else entirely: art. She would lose herself for hours, sketching, painting, and imagining worlds of color and emotion. But each time she considered pursuing art more seriously, the voice of expectation rang louder. That's not practical. That's not what we do. Maya's story is not unique. Every day, around the world, people set aside their passions and instincts to fulfill someone else's vision of success. They become lawyers, engineers, or business executives, not because it sets their soul on fire, but because it's what is expected. They measure their worth by the standards of others, hoping that meeting those expectations will lead to happiness. Yet, deep down, a sense of emptiness lingers. The question whispers, whose life am I really living? It takes courage to be different. To step off the path that has been laid out for you requires not only determination, but also self-discovery. It means asking yourself hard questions. What truly makes me come alive? What values matter most to me? What do I dream about when no one is watching? The answers may surprise you. They might lead you in directions that seem unconventional, even risky, but they are the keys to a life of authenticity and fulfillment. Maya, after years of internal struggle, finally reached a breaking point. She realized she could no longer ignore the call within her. She sat down with her parents and, with trembling hands, explained her passion for art. She spoke of the joy it brought her, the sense of purpose she felt when creating, and the emptiness she felt walking a path that was not her own. At first, her parents were shocked, even disappointed. But as Maya spoke, they saw the conviction in her eyes, the light that came from embracing her true self. The journey from that moment was not easy. Maya faced skepticism from friends, uncertainty about the future, and the fear of failure, but each day she reminded herself that the only dreams worth chasing are her own. She worked tirelessly, honing her craft, building a portfolio, and seeking opportunities to share her art. Doors began to open, slowly at first, then faster. Maya's art touched people's hearts, and soon she found herself living a life that was both challenging and deeply rewarding. Too often, we let the noise of the world drown out the music of our own souls. We measure our success by someone else's yardstick, forgetting that greatness is found not in imitation, but in authenticity. The world doesn't need another version of someone else. It needs you in all your unique brilliance. It needs your ideas, your creativity, your passion, and your courage. Daring to be different is not about rebellion for its own sake. It's about honoring the truth of who you are. It's about giving yourself permission to pursue what lights you up inside, even if it doesn't make sense to others. The people we admire most, artists, inventors, leaders, and visionaries, are those who dared to break the mold. They refused to let the fear of judgment or failure stop them from following their own path. If you find yourself chasing a dream that feels foreign, ask yourself, whose dream is this? And if the answer is not your own, have the courage to let go. Trust that your path, however unconventional, is valid. Embrace your differences, for they are your greatest strength. The courage to be yourself in a world that constantly tries to make you someone else is a rare and precious gift. As you move forward, remember Maya's journey and the journeys of countless others who chose authenticity over conformity. Their stories remind us that the greatest joy comes from living a life that is true to who we are. So stop chasing others' dreams. Dare to be different. The world is waiting for the magic that only you can bring.